So I've just finished series 2 of. Is this on? Yeah, series 2 of Last Chance U. Literally just in work now, and I watched the first 10 minutes of the season 3 series again, season 3. So I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be this is in itself going to be a series, the Last U series. So there's been a review on series 1 and 5, then I'm going to review season 2 now, and kind of like 1 and 2 as a whole, and then I'm going to review season 3 and 4 together. I won't do 5 again because 5's on the first video. But yeah, so this is going to be Last Chance U season 2 review, and like a season 1 and 2 overall takes from it and stuff. Do you know what? I've just been set because I've literally just got home from work and thought, right, let's get on and do it. I forgot to get the Last Chance U. I wanted to have the staff page and that up. I really liked season 1 and 2, you know, much more than season 5. Like, got more into the liked the characters more. Didn't like all the staff more, but like some of the staff more. But like, was more. I felt like I was more invested in the characters. But I guess season 5 of any season hasn't it been cancelled now since season 5? So I kind of think I've watched the worst. Any as seasons get on, they always get worse, don't they? Final season, so it's finished, isn't it? Yeah, it's been cancelled now. I know they're making a thingy, aren't they? They're making a TV series out of it, a drama series. I've seen that. But yeah, so season 2, 1 and 2, I thought was just unreal and massive. I think I can't remember what I said. I can't remember the things I've said in the part 1. I probably should have watched that before I said that. Then we'll probably end up doubling up. I love the Southern America. Love it. Love all the stuff of the South and that. So hearing the accents in that, I find all the accents amazing. I've been just saying like proper like mad Southern American sayings in work all day and like all through the weekend, just like saying stuff like "I'll whoop your ass." I'm gonna miss the accents because isn't the next one in Kansas? And we've got featured staff. The next one's in Kansas, and I feel like is Kansas west? West in it, Midwest Kansas. Is it? Yeah, Kansas is Midwest. And I don't think they've got the same accents. And that guy's got the head coach is a white guy from Compton, and I don't think I'm gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna like him, but I can't hate him any more than Buddy. Buddy, mate, what a fucking joke of a guy he was. So I said then at the end. So I'd only seen season 1, when I did that last video, when I did part 1. I'm gonna release part 1 and 2 together, by the way, and I said he's a blagger and everything. You can tell just by how he finished to the end of season 1. Well, how right was I? How much of a blagger is he? He's the biggest blagger of all time, mate. He fucking starts speaking. So I feel like in that job, if you've got like views, if you're a certain way and he's been successful, I know he manages and coaches a system that's far too good for the level it's at, but he's been successful. So if that works, you can't watch yourself on TV. I know it should be applauded and commendable that he's seemingly seen himself in a bad light and wanted to change, but it's bollocks. He just obviously got a lot of backlash for the way he was with kids, especially that way. Like, you notice he didn't put his hands on anybody anymore. He got a lot of backlash for the way he was with the kids, and come back as this like newer character, and I feel like it lost something for him doing that because it's lovely that. Do you know when I have a work day, because I start at 6, I usually drink the coffee on the way to work in the morning, so it's like it doesn't fit this cup because I always have it in this cup because I had quite a lot of oat milk. It doesn't fit in the drinks holder in my car, so I don't enjoy my coffee. So definitely never on Friday, but on Monday when I get home from work, I like to have another coffee and redo my coffee situation and enjoy it. It's the first time we've gone massively off script. But yeah, so Buddy, I feel like it kind of ruined it because like it is times when it's funny. If he's shouting at him for no reason, sometimes you just think, oh mate, go away. But when he actually shouts at him for a reason, like the stuff he comes out with and the way he reacts to things, I think is funny. And like the game when, so this is obviously gonna have massive spoilers. So the game when they win, but it's just a full on shoot off. Like both offenses are like score every time on whatever, score points, touchdown, whatever. I don't know. I still don't know all the terminologies. Every time they're on offense, and then none of the defenses in either team can stop them either. So they end up winning something like 51-40 something. And he's not even going mad at them. And that would have been the perfect time for him to be going mad at them. But you know he's fake because he slips into it loads throughout the first like 4 or 5 episodes. And then when shit starts hitting the fan and it starts getting closer and closer to winning the whatever state championship and going for the national championship, whatever that stupid little thing is, he starts to slip back into it and starts shouting at them all again and losing his cool and that, doesn't he? So you can tell it was all just fucking bollocks and it was all fake from the start. But yeah, he was definitely a bad point for me. I couldn't stand him. I couldn't stick him at all. And then like that with I understand because like obviously I'm kind of going through the same thing with his dad, where he's like, I don't get to see my dad as much as obviously I used to see my dad every single day when I lived in Bolton, but then I don't really see my dad every day, and it is sad. Like I try to ring him every day, and I do ring him pretty much every day, but I don't see him every day, so I do understand that with him. But I kind of got the feeling, like, hard to say, I know, but like it was a bit different with him. Don't know. That's just me from reading the one encounter with his dad and his brother. Almost like it was a bit of a burden to him having to even go and see his dad. I just couldn't take to Buddy at all, and I feel like he was just a mouthpiece with a really good coaching squad, which, again, you can't slag someone off for putting good coaches in place, because I'm guessing he chooses and hires the coaches, so fair play to him. But I feel like, what's he called? That was it, Marcus Wood. I couldn't believe at the end of it, Marcus Wood got moved, left coaching and became and was just doing admin for the school. I have read today, and I've been deep on Reddit, that he is coaching now. He's a head coach somewhere now, which I'm glad about, because he was sound money. What's his offensive coordinator? He was proper sound. He was like maybe a bit soft on him to be a head coach. Maybe it did work where you had the big Buddy, the big fucking nasty roaring guy, and then you had him under him who was a bit more polite to him. But if you notice, like, none of the players ever answer back to that Marcus. They all like respect him, whereas they don't respect Buddy. They respect Buddy, but I think they respect him a little bit more out of fear. Whereas Marcus, to me, seemed to get the respect because they liked him, because they respected him, because they wanted to win for Marcus. They wanted to win. They wanted to do well for him. Do you know what I mean? Because of the way he was with them. One thing I've noticed about NFL though, or maybe just because they're kids and it's college, I don't know. Maybe even when I watch that quarterback film, because that Marcus Mariota, he wasn't a kid. There's such a selfish sport, isn't it? Like, they all talk about team and the massive on team and all this team. But I've just realised my mic. I don't even need to be here for this mic to pick me up. Why do I sit so close and then shout into it? When they get injured in that, or they're not playing, they're not happy at all, are they? Like, they don't even enjoy the team winning when they're not playing. Mariota in, I've just said his first name, is it Marcus Mariota or whatever he's called, who is in quarterback, he fucking gets off. He doesn't even finish the season, does he? Because he gets dragged out because of how shit he is, or shit he was that year. So, it's mad how selfish the sport is, but yeah, that Marcus was a good coach. And then so he wasn't the defensive coach, was he? He was the defensive line coach, Davin Williams, the big black guy. He's a cool guy, him, and he's a cool, good coach. And the way he had to deal with that Cam second season was fucking like, I thought he dealt with it like good. He obviously gets pushed by him, and he's so disrespectful, and he's like a proper bratty kid. Could not get into that Cam at all. There's a few of them this second season I couldn't get into. I couldn't get into Cam. Couldn't get into Isaiah Thomas, which is mad because I liked Isaiah Thomas in the first season, but obviously you didn't see that much of him. I know they've had it hard, especially Isaiah Thomas, like him and his brothers living in foster care and that. But I find it hard to, like, if it's blatant, and I have looked it up and everything, how much like it's like sort of just schools just pass these kids. They don't even have to do anything to pass. They just literally need to show up to class. Just go to class, sit there, pretend to be interested, be nice to the teacher, and you will pass. They will make it so you pass because of how much money's involved in it all. And it annoys me that these kids can't even be asked just going to class, just sitting in a classroom when they've got all this handed to them on a plate. I know obviously it's not where the level they want to be at and all this, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, and Isaiah Thomas and that Cam guy, like, I don't know, I just couldn't get behind them. They just annoyed me, massively annoyed me. And then there was, but who was the one? Is it Tim? Was it Tim? Tim, I think it was called Tim. Tim was my favourite by far of season 2. Hang on, Tim, last chance you. Yeah, Tim Bonner. Oh my God, has he ended up going? Oh no, he never. He's playing UFSL, whatever that is. He was cool, that Tim. It made me laugh. Him and Miss Brittany's interactions were just the best. And even she. So what was a bit sad about season 2 is from season 1. I think she had a great group of kids who all loved each other, and she loved them, and they loved her. And it was nice, and it was close, and even though they were all fuck-ups, and she was trying to stop them to fuck up. But season 2, she even said that with the defensive line. They didn't get on, did they? They were always arguing, so they never played well as a defensive unit because they didn't like each other. They didn't get on. They never had that cohesive. Like, they don't know. I feel like you need to fight with each other, and they fought against each other, so they weren't good. And you could tell all through season 2, she was struggling to get into it but I think like she didn't really like the players. I'm checking the time, 11 minutes. Wanted this to be 15 because the first one's 45. You could tell she didn't really like them as much, and I think she had a couple that she did like Tim, didn't she? But there was a few that she just didn't like. And rightly so. Like, there was a few that I didn't like. There were knobheads and that. Do you not find it mad that what's he called? I won't even be able to get his name. The one who was involved in a fucking armed robbery easily picked up another team, and fucking DeAndre Johnson or whatever his name was. Who, I know it's bad. He punched a girl in a bar and it was caught on camera. And I know I always say it's still bad. Should never hit a woman, but she did hit him first, which to me does change the dynamic. It's still, he is massively in the wrong, and I said this with the Dana White thing, but I do think it is different. It's not all right. It's still massively wrong, and you deserve to be punished and everything. But if a girl hits you first and you hit them back, I think it definitely changes the dynamic of it. Like, he was hit by a girl, he hit her back, and he couldn't get a club. He can't get a. Well, I know he did. Didn't go D2 or something, but he couldn't get to the level where he should have been. But then again, I'm saying that, and am I being fooled again? Because as I did work out by deep dive in season 1, being a quarterback for that team is one of the easiest jobs ever. But he was really good, wasn't he? He seemed better than the other one. And then so I at the end of the last video, I was like, oh, Wyatt by his Instagram seems to be doing well. He seems to be like working on a farm and that. There's a whole fucking bonus episode that tells you exactly how he's doing. So I don't know what the fuck I was on about. That came on after the episode that after the last episode of season 2. But what I didn't realise, why would it play that automatically at the end of season 2 when it's got what happened next to characters from season 3 and 4? So I already know how some of that ends. I guess some of you know how season 1 and 2 ends if you haven't seen it. But yeah, you could tell Miss Brittany like kind of was falling, and I did think, even though I didn't ruin it for myself, I did think she's going to get off her. And I didn't realise this until the end of it, where she's slagging Buddy off quite a lot, and they never show him interact, they never talk, and then she's like, there's things between me and him that will just never be able to be fixed, and I just can't work with him in that. So obviously they must have never got on, and I can't imagine the way he was with like, if she'd have known that he put his hands on someone, she'd never forgive him, probably never wanted to speak to him or forgive him again, do you know what I mean, like one of the students. So I can't imagine why they didn't get on, but I wouldn't have wanted to watch I think you have to change it, because by the end of it, all the staff were getting tired of the cameras. They were always telling them to fuck off and pushing the cameras away. And like, Buddy definitely was. There's no point having a show where the head coach is faking being someone else because there's cameras there. And I do feel like the players also played up to the cameras a little bit more in season 2 because season 1 was such a big success, and they must have like, what, do you know what I mean, like that. So I kind of like it. I'm gonna miss it, and I'm gonna miss like the South, and I'm gonna miss the players and the staff and everything. But I think it needed to stop, and especially with Miss Brittany. I know she's Miss Wagner, but Miss Brittany leaving, they all call her Miss Brittany. With Miss Brittany leaving, I think you had to just kill it off there. So I'm excited for season 3, but I'm sad to see season 1 and 2 go, because season 5's nowhere near as good as it at all, not even close. Good, enjoyable to watch, but it's not as good as season 1 and 2. So I don't know if 3 and 4 are going to go, and I already feel like I'm going into it off the 10 minutes little snippet I've just watched, not liking the head coach. I don't think I'm going to be able to like him. So I don't know. I knew the quarterback coach, that Clint Trickett, I knew he would he left and he went to a better team to do something else. What's he doing now? Marshall, offensive coordinator and quarterback coach. No way, that's pretty sick. He was younger, wasn't he? Still only 32. Did he have a really bad injury while he was playing for the NFL? Yeah, he did, didn't he? He was good as well. The quarterback coach was good. Was it in the last one? It was that defensive coach was well out of his depth, when he in season 2. No wonder he got sacked. It made me laugh even at the end, even in that last little game when he goes, "You've got 12 on," and then he goes, time out, and then he realises they've only got 11 on, and he tries to go, someone just walked off, I think, and that fucking buddy's going, no one just fucking walked off. I've been watching the thing, what are you talking about? And sends him off. But then he says something about his ex-wife, doesn't he? And that was, I don't know if they've, obviously you don't know what type of relationship them two have got, and you don't know the editing and stuff, but seemed a bit fucking close to the bone saying something about his ex-wife because he made a mistake in football. But yeah, Buddy, he was just a big bully. He had good coaches around him, and the school was at a level where it was far too high. The players was far too good for the level they were at. So winning the state championship should have been the minimum that they did. And obviously you want to go to I don't understand the state and national and all that shit, but you'd think winning the state would be the minimum that was expected of him at that place. But yeah, I'm looking forward to season 3. I'm gonna do some house stuff in the house now, and then pick up JJ from nursery around 5ish and come home, feed him, do everything, and then when he goes to bed at 7, half 7, I'm going to do a good couple of hours of Last Chance U, season 2. Looking forward to it, because I can only really get stuck into series at work, and I'm not back in work till Friday now, so I will try and get a couple of episodes in, but I reckon I'll end up... How many episodes are in this? Because there was a lot more episodes in season 2 than season 1, which makes sense, because I guess they need to see how successful it would be on season 1. But yeah, it's really good, Last Chance U. And if anybody wants to start season 2 and 3 and 4 and watch it before I ruin it in my review video, get it done, because it's really good. Right, I'm off. Bye.